And when evil people want to do evil things, there's nothing that's gonna stop them. Whether it's with a gun, whether it's with a car, whether it's with a bomb. Welcome back to the show, guys. I'm your host, Valentine. Expecting you guys are having a wonderful and blessed day. Thank you so much for being with me one more week or weekend. It's gonna be a bit of a long video, guys. To be honest, I like these kind of long videos. I like talking a little bit. I am actually considering a podcast, like a legit podcast, even though this is in podcast kind of form or audio podcast form. But I'm thinking about going into SoundCloud? No, not SoundCloud. What is, you guys know what it is? Songify or something, not Songify. Something with sound in it, which is a podcast thing. And are you guys interested in something like that? I really like talking, to be honest. I like these longer videos. I like multiple topics, but I know you guys might not. So I want your guys' input. Like I said, if you're not a subscriber, please do subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Facebook. Go hit the Facebook page up, The Valentine Show. Like it and let me know. But let's get into it right away. 3 topics today. New Zealand attacks. Remington, the gun manufacturer, it's gonna be allowed to get sued by the parents of the Newtown, Connecticut massacre. And James Gunn is back. Yes, the pedophile joking director is back as the directing Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I want to know your opinion. I'm going to give you my opinion as a Christian, forgiven man. But it's not as you might think. And I want you guys to stay with me till then. Let's get right into it right away. The New Zealand attacks, horrible situation. I condemn the attacks. I offer my thoughts and my prayers to the family members, because that's all I could do right now. I'm a religious man, and I believe prayers work, and prayers and God will help these people get through the situation. Unlike, and this is the sad world we live in nowadays. Like, yeah, the more I study human nature, the more I see that there is a component to human nature what makes us hate each other. And that component is called, what is it? Evil, right? Evil exists, right? Some people display it more than others. Some people are straight up monster, like this guy right here. Some people are able to keep it on the down low and not show it too much, right? So like I was saying, I could offer my thoughts and prayers, but Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez, AOZ, said that, why are we going to offer thoughts and prayers if that doesn't keep the pews safe, right? Just throwing it in the face of religious people. This is what happens when you talk a lot, right? And this is the reason she's in the news so much, is because she just talks a lot, right? What else do you expect from you could expect more from a 29-year-old bartender, but this one is a cocky 29-year-old bartender that thinks she knows it all, and that she's just constantly talking and saying things. So she goes against religious people, whether you're Muslim, whatever religion you are, that you believe in prayer. She just said, yeah, that doesn't work. What are you doing? She's probably going to say, I know what works. We got to do something that is going to work, right? Which I agree also. I'm also on that side, right? That we should take definitive action and do something. But like right away, she brings into the mix the NRA. Remember where these things happen. This happened in New Zealand, right? So why are we not only offering our thoughts and condolences to the survivors, right? Instead of talking about policy change or something that has nothing to do with us, right? But this is where we are right now in America, which we are trying to just look for a blame and to see where they stand politically, to to just have a scapegoat of where these ideology is coming from, right? We have Senator Blumenthal from Connecticut just blaming straight up. I don't even know how this happens. Blaming Trump.
A heartbreaking day, and of course, our prayers go out to the people of New Zealand, particularly the loved ones and survivors and victims. But words do have consequences, and we know that at the very pinnacle of power in our own country, people are talking about good people on both sides.
You mean the president talking about it? I mean,
How do we blame Trump for something, for a man that's pulling a trigger in New Zealand? I mean, this is just, it doesn't make any sense to me. How is it that we're gonna really try to find a solution to this if we are just we're trying to place blame? And listen. We might all be complicit in doing this stuff. We want to know what's the ideology, that way we could place blame on the people that are from that ideology. I've done it. I remember when the bomber came out, right? You guys remember when that bomber came out, that right-leaning bomber, Trump supported, when they showed that bus, right, with all the stickers on them? Right away, people zooming in. I was checking, see what type of stickers this guy has, right? If it's Democrats, if it's Republican, whatever it is, but we do that to see who we're gonna attack instead of attacking the problem, which is we have crazy, evil people in the world where the good guys, me and you, are supposed to take action for things like this, not to keep going. But we can't seem to do that because everything has to be a political issue. Even things that happen on another country. There is so much hatred to this man called Trump from the mainstream media, because CNN did it, MSNBC did it. There's so much hatred toward this man that the events that happen on another place are being blamed on this man. Guys, see, this is important. This is life and death. And we need to find a way. I mean, I don't know. Are you adding to the situation? You yourself. I'm asking a question to you. Are you adding to the hostileness that we have in the U.S. right now? Or are you trying to resolve a situation? Or are you also trying to blame and trying to say, hey, we're right. Our side is right. You know? I know who's right. I'm a firm believer of what I believe, right? I'm a firm believer of what I believe. But there has to be a point where I have to put my belief aside and try to come together with that other person that doesn't believe like me and try to resolve the issue. Because where we're going, there is no answer, guys. I'm going to tell you right now. The answer, in my opinion, is we have to get guns, because these fools get guns, these evil people get guns, and we have to protect ourselves. I mean, that's just the way it is. These people are gonna get guns. New Zealand has some of the strongest, very strong gun laws, and when evil people want to do evil things, there's nothing that's gonna stop them, whether it's with a gun, whether it's with a car, whether it's with a bomb. They're gonna do it because they're evil. Next question. James Gunn is back as director of Guardians of the Galaxies. He's for the guys of you that don't know, let me give you the rundown on the story. He was fired by Disney about 8 months ago because some things were discovered, some tweets were discovered in his Twitter account where he was joking about pedophilia. For example, one of the things that he wrote, and I quote, it says, "I like it when little boys touch me in my silly place," right? So pedophilia. He got fired. This week he got reinstated. He had apologized for it. He says that he's not the same person. And it comes down to the issue of where America is right now, where we are unforgiving of our past actions. As a Christian that I am, the Bible calls us to forgive our fellow brothers and sisters, because none of us are perfect. Each and every one of us has bad things that we have done in our past, and we shouldn't be 100% judged on those things that we did in the past, because we grow up and we mature, at least some of us, right? And that shouldn't be held against us. Some stupidity we did when we were 17 or 18 years old, we're not that same person, right? No problem. I understand that. But the Bible says forgive one another, right? But does that mean be stupid? And let me explain, right? If let's say I have a cousin of mine, right? He comes to my house, XYZ, whatever. He steals this cheap watch that I have, right? I know he did it. I tell him, yo, give me back my watch. Next time, and I forgive him, right? I forgive him. Next time when he comes around, should I leave my watch around because I forgave him? Or should I have that in the back of the mind? Yeah, I forgave him, but he has this history. And that's where are we going to come with James Gunn? With James Gunn. Should we reinstate him 100% to where he's at? Look, I'm a firm believer we should not keep this man from putting food on his table. I'm totally against that. This man should be able to put food on his table. But what is the limit? Would you, if James Gunn decides to open James Gunn's daycare, would you give your kids to James Gunn to take care of them for you? In my personal opinion, no, never, ever. Because like I said, there's a point where like you just stop. For example, let's talk about jokes. Comedian. I'm a firm believer that comedians, they talk about reality in a way that makes us talk about real issues and with the little sprinkled on top of comedy. But they talking about real issues, right? I love to joke around. As a matter of fact, I don't. As a Christian, I'm not gonna control the cursing and the topics that these people talk about, which I'm not gonna control. I mean, they have the right to say whatever they want, right? They could joke about the Christians, they could joke about the Muslims, they could joke about the gays, they could joke about the Latinos, they could joke about Mexicans, they could joke about everybody, right? I'm all for that. Adults. But where does the comedian or the person says, hey, I want to cross a new line. I'm gonna take it into what? I want to break some barriers here. You know what? Pedophilia. Is that something that will be like the logical next step? Like, is it okay to make fun of, like disabled people, like people with cerebral palsy and stuff like that? Is that something? Is that something that we should be okay with because we joke about everything? In my opinion, no. We should never cross that line of joking on the indefenseless, especially little children, and pedophilia, which is horrible. People that might have gotten experiences where they were younger, and you're gonna remind these people these horrible experience because of a stupid joke. I go as far as saying, if you joke about pedophilia, there must be something. To be honest, in my opinion, they say that all stereotypes are based on a small percentage of truth. I think when you cross this line into this joke, I think there's a small percentage of truth that this person might be feeling when it comes to pedophilia, because you won't go there naturally. Like, why will you go there naturally? What is your mind thinking that you're thinking about pedophilia? Would you guys forgive James Gunn? I would forgive him. I just won't trust him with my kids. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what you guys think. Remington in the news. Gun manufacturer is now judge declares that they are able to be sued now of the parents of the children killed in Newtown, Connecticut, Sandy Hook massacre. Right? One of the most stupidest things I've ever heard in my life. My condolences to the family, obviously. And it has nothing to do with, the grief that they're passing through, right? But the manufacturer cannot pay for what something that the manufacturer did not design the tool, because that's what it is a tool. The tool was not designed for that, to do a massacre of innocent children. It was designed to protect and to kill monsters like this guy here. And it was an invalid or an incorrect use of the tool the manufacturer did. For example, if I take this pen is meant to write. But if I stab somebody in the eye, should Rite Aid Home be liable because I decided to stab somebody in the eye with this pen? Of course not. Honda, if I get in a Honda drunk, I kill 2 people. Should Honda be liable for what I did because I'm a stupid person, right? Of course not, because it doesn't make any sense. Only the person should be liable, the ones who took the action. Where is this gonna go? Absolutely nowhere, in my opinion. And if it goes somewhere, We are truly in La La Land in the United States of America. Again, this has nothing to do with the horrible loss of the parents, which is, may God that is hearing me, allow me to never, ever pass through a horrible situation like these parents are having. Guys, thank you so much for being with me one more time. I'm Valentine. God bless. Godspeed. I'm out.
Really? You made it to the end of the video? Congratulations, you have no life. Go check out one of my other videos. Sub to the channel, give me a like, give me a comment. Check out my other social media, which is Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I do have a life, so I'm not gonna be that active, but follow me on there. God bless. Godspeed. Me, Valentine. I'm out.